Hi guys, welcome back to FC. My name is Mark and today I'm going to show part 2 of my PSA submission for vintage cards, and we've got about 50 cards to show, so let's kick off. If you're interested in any of the cards featured on today's post, message me on Insta or on YouTube and I'll get back to you. So I got a number of cards that didn't get graded, only two. One is a distefano card, and these came out of vending machines in Spain, so that didn't get graded. They didn't know what that was. I know SGC are grading those, so I may send it there, but yeah, no grade for that one. And also a matchbook card that you've seen the probably seen the Pele version. This is the Garincha, and that's been cut, and yeah, they didn't want to grade that one for some reason, probably because it was maybe cut, but it's no holder on that one for some reason. If anyone can explain why, that would be helpful. So to start things going, we've got an oversized holder with a 1922 Plauber, IC Plauber Alcantara Jugadores #1. So it's 100 years old, this card. This is the player that really kicked off Barcelona, the scorer, centre forward for Barcelona in the early days. That's a really lovely card to have. Yeah, in a grade 1. Look how beat up that is. 100 years old. Not sure if that would fit in a regular holder, but maybe that does. Next we have a grade 2.5 of that card. Much better condition card, really clean back. Yeah, so let's swap those over. We have more Alcantara, and it's a circa 1920s Madriguera in a very good 3. So you'd have these cards, and companies could actually put their own name on it and their business address, and yeah, purchase this generic card and have their own sort of business advertised on it. So that's in Alcantara, another nice card. Yeah, the first big star of Barcelona. Next we have a Giuseppe Meazza card, and that's a good PSA 2. Il Balila. Very nice, number 11. Figurine Sportive, 1937. Plain back. Beautiful card. Lovely to have the Meazza early cards for him. We've got another one of those. Lucky enough to find 2 of those. Yeah, they're pretty rare, I think. 1937 El Balila again, so that's a miscut version. We have another Meazza 1946 card, just an authentic, as this one has been sort of cut down in a very dodgy way. Plain black back again, and yeah, that's nice to have, but several years later, almost 10 years later than the other card. Following that, we have a 1953 El Legionario Spanish Distefano, Alfredo Distefano card in a 1.5. nice typography on the back. Very clean, very nice. A little bit of marking there, but otherwise a very nice card for Di Stefano. We have a very similar one. This is a Bruguera. Same picture in a good 2. Plain black, plain back this time. We have more Di Stefano with a 1953 Bruguera, and this one has him scoring in a 6-0 win in an oversized slab. This should be in a regular size slab really, and that's in a 1.5. Following that, we have another Di Stefano card, 1954 Platine in a PSA 2. This is a red version. They do a number of different colors. And following that, we have a 1955 Bruguera in an excellent grade 5. So that's a blank back, but that's an amazing card for Di Stefano. Love that. Following that, we have a 1955 Bruguera, and this is a panel card. This came in sets of 4, just like this, uncut, and you would cut these out individually to put into the album. This is a 1955 Bruguera, and here we have the star on this card is Gento for Real Madrid, and 3 teammates of his, and that's a grade PSA 4. We have another one of those panel cards. It's a 1955 Bruguera again, and this is a Di Stefano at the bottom right there with 3 other players, and that's a PSA 1. I'm not sure why that is PSA 1. It looks really good. Yeah, there's no application there at all. Yeah, not sure why. Next we have a 1956 Bruguera and Alfredo Di Stefano disc. So Platillos Volantes. So in a good 2.5. May have been applied, I'm not sure about that, but there is some marking on the back there on this one. But really nice clean copy on the front. Good eye appeal. 2.5. We have another one of those discs in Gento. So that's 1956 Bruguera, and that's another 2.5. Again, some marking on the back. Yeah, I like those discs. They look great. So we've got more Di Stefano and a 1957 Ruiz Romero in a grade 4. And more Di Stefano in a 1959 Ruiz Romero in another grade 4 for Real Madrid. Nice and clean, unapplied. What's making it a 4, I think, is a little mark on the right there. Looks like it's hand cut. Next we have a 1962 Verlag Distefano German card in a 3.5. Really nice card, fills out the whole holder. Nice shot of Stefano there. And we have a 1963 Panini Calciatore Di Stefano in a PSA 2 to finish his cards. Following that, we have a 1953 Bruguera Kubala, and another one of those sort of almost newspaper cutout cards. That's in a 1.5. Looks so clean, unapplied. I wonder why that's a 1.5. Yeah, Kubala scoring many goals, but 9-0 against Oviedo. Next we have a 1953 Fea Kubala, another legend of Barcelona. The crowd wanted to see him so much they had to rebuild the stadium for FC Barcelona, the Nou Camp. Very, very popular Hungarian player. 1.5 for that one. Following that, we have a 1953 Ruiz Romero Kubala in a PSA 1. Looks like it's been taken out of an album, but really well. And that's when he was playing for the national side, Spain. I think that was his first year for Spain. Next we have a 1953 Bruguera Caramelos, which is Termo on the back. Caramelos. That's a PSA 4. We have a PSA 5 of that card. Let's take that one now. We have more Kubala, Hungarian legend in a 1954 Platin, and that's a good PSA 2, and that's the blue version. And we have a PSA 1 of that, another blue. We have a red version in the PSA 2 again. We have a 1954 Bruguera for Kubala, number 70, and that says it's altered. And I think some of these were hand cut and put in an album from sheets. So not sure if that should be altered. I do have a full sheet, so I do know that they did come this way to be hand cut. So yeah, maybe that shouldn't be authentic altered. Next we have a Ediciones Deportivas 1954 Kubala Caramelos Mayval in a good 2.5. That's a beauty, that one. And we have a Chocolates Provincial, Provi I Pinky, and that's an excellent mint PSA 6. So the same exact card almost, I think, but just a different back, advertising maybe something else. And there you go. That's stunning, that one. Let's put that up next to it. Next we have a 1955 Bruguera, and it's another one of these panel cards that were to be hand cut. That's a good 2.5. This one features 4 Barcelona players, and one of them being in the bottom left there, Kubala, the biggest star of Barcelona in the 50s. I would say 50s and 60s. And then you had Cruyff coming in the 70s. We have another one of those Platillos Volantes, the discs, in a PSA 2, 1956 Bruguera for Kubala. Very nice. Following that, we have a 1960 Furka in an excellent PSA 5 Kubala. Very nice card. Very difficult to get these unapplied. So yeah, when you do see them, unapplied, you've got to snap them up, get them graded. We've got another one of those in the PSA 5. So yeah, great. Exact same card. There's got one of those already. Following that, we have a 1962 Verlag, and this is the German international sport card, PSA 4, and it features Kosis, Suarez, and Kubala, the 3 stars of the late 50s, early 60s for Barcelona. We have another panel card, and this one is a 1955 Bruguera again, and it features Luisito Suarez at the bottom right hand corner there. Following that card, we have a 1961 Hernaler for Luisito Suarez again. This time for, it says Inter Milan, but the actual card features him wearing a Barca kit in a very strange green and black print, unfortunately. That's another German card. We have a oversized card, or oversized holder, Marca Stella 1962, and that's a PSA 3 for Inter Milan. Should be in a regular size holder. Following that, we have a 1973 Ruiz Romero, Johan Cruyff, Campeonatos Nacionales in a PSA 3. Very nice card. That's his first year at Barcelona. We have some more Cruyff in a 1973 Van der Hout, PSA 5. That's not a bad grade for one of these. We have a 1974 Fea from Spain. Johan Cruyff, 7.5. That's a fantastic grade for this card. I didn't expect that. Very clean. But yeah, that's my highest one of these. Highest graded card of these. Next we have a 1974 Casa Ediciones number 2 Johan Cruyff in a PSA 5. Very nice. Following that, we have a 1975 Ediciones, Editorial Fini in a PSA 5.5. Johan Cruyff. Next, we have a 1975 Panini Calciatore Johan Cruyff in a grade 3. We have a 1976 Ruiz Romero in a grade 6. Johan Cruyff. Love the back on these ones. We have a 1976 Fair from Spain again, and this is Johan Cruyff Campeonato de Liga in a PSA 4. A 1977 Pacosa Johan Cruyff Football en Acción PSA 6. Great grade for that one. Following that, we have a 1977 Ediciones Este Johan Cruyff in a very good 4. And a 1977 Ediciones Este again in a 2.5. This one looks absolutely much sharper than the other one, but for some reason that's a 2.5. These always come sort of off-center, miscut, but that looks really good. Not sure why that's a 2.5 and this other one's a 4. We have a 1974 Juveniles Football in a 1.5. We have a FKS Publishers from that same card. Look very similar. Johan Cruyff, PSA 4. And my last two cards are 1976 Euro in a PSA 7, really strong grade for Johan Cruyff. And another one of those in a PSA 6. So that concludes my vintage submission to PSA, guys. Yeah, it's about 120 cards in all, and quite happy with the results. Some really good grades over the two videos. If you like this post, please give me a like and also subscribe. And if you'd like to see more of my collection, please visit my Instagram page.